This is the, here we say maybe stewed, we use it for stock, but of course to make Nigerian pepper soup you need the real hard chicken, not the soft chicken. And in Nigeria, chickens usually, you know, chickens you get them tough like that, and they're so flavorful. They pack a lot of flavor. So I got hard chicken. It's not, and it's cheaper than the regular chicken, but more flavorful. The meat, it takes longer to cook, but it's worth it. So I'm going to use the hard chicken. I'm making 2 different pepper soups. I'm making regular chicken pepper soup, and I'm making Nigerian chicken pepper soup. So it has, I'm using the hard chicken for that pepper soup. And here's the chicken. You can see it's skinny. It's a skinny chicken. It's going to be very flavorful. So I'm going to break it down. As you noticed in the earlier portion of the video from the other chicken, I'm going to start with the leg area, the thighs. I'll start with the thighs. You break down the thighs, you break down the wings, and then you keep going from there. So let's go ahead and see. That's one. By breaking down the other one, you see this chicken is a little tougher, so I have to look for the joints, so you don't make your chicken look all scattered and you know you mess up the meats. So I'm going in at its natural joint sections, and that is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to look for the joint between the thigh and then the hip area. So I'm going to break. So that's the natural joint area, and that's where I'm going to detach the thigh, the legs actually. Okay, so that's it, guys. I've detached that, and then I'm going to detach the wings. Again, following through with the natural area. You see this armpit area? That's why I'm going to cut through and then break, so you can see, get the natural joint, and that's the joint I'm going to sever the wings from, so it's a whole lot easier to separate. See that? Let's do the other side. The armpit skin area, then you break so you see the natural joint right there, and then you just cut through the tendons joining that area. So yep, rather than, you know, gnawing through the meat, your chicken won't look good by the time you're done cutting it. So we have that, and I think now I can safely cut off the neck. Yep, and I'll cut into smaller bits later. So now we have this breast, the back plate area, and then we have the butt. So I'm going to go in, you see this hollow area? That's why I'm going to separate the breasts from the rest of the body. So you just go in all the way down, then you break it open. See the joints? That's your friend. The joints are your friend. Okay, so now I've separated the breast top part, and then I've separated that from the back area. And you can see this chicken has tiny eggs. I don't know if you can see this one, but look at that. It's a tiny egg. So it's even better in pepper soup. So now we have the breast. We're going to break it down. This is the breast. So you have your good knife. I have a very good knife. So I'm going to just saw my way through the breastbone. Yep, so I have chunks of breast meat. If you notice, my other chicken that is not as hard, I cut off the breast meat and then, you know, separated the bone. But this one, the meat is a little bit tough, so it's you know, attached to the bone firmly more firmly compared to the other chicken. So I am cutting through the bone, and you need a very good knife. So that wasn't too difficult, right? So I have the breastbone, the breasts part of the chicken cut up into chunks. So we have the back area. Let's get rid of the part we don't want, which is the butt area. See the butt area? Yep, I don't want that. So then we have a nice, you know, I don't want to shatter the egg, so I'm going to just cut my way through. See? Then I'm going to cut it into two. There you go. A nice, you have them in small bite sizes. And then now we have this part. Look at that, guys. Egg for good luck. Okay. We're gonna saw our way through again. Now you have a nice size that you can nibble on and gnaw on as you're eating your pepper soup, as in spicy. You know, it's spicy, you're chewing on bones, and that's the best part of pepper soup. So I'm cutting the neck now, away from the head. We don't want, oh, actually, you know what, guys? Growing up, when I lived in Nigeria, this part, I mean, and in some cultures, especially the Igbo culture, it's so funny watching how, you know, the older folks, so your parents or uncles, aunts, when they are carving out chicken, it's funny how each part of the chicken goes to certain members of the family. So I don't know them specifically, and if you know how it's broken out, please put it in the comment box below. But I remember growing up, the head, especially this part, the comb, if the chicken has this comb and this part is so crunchy and tasty, but the head will go to a certain member of the family, of course with some meat though, but specific areas of the chicken has to go to specific members of the family. So maybe the firstborn child in the family gets a certain piece, the father gets a certain piece, mother. So I remember the head going to a certain person, the gizzard goes to a certain person, the member of the family. So it's broken out like that. And if you remember, please put in the comment box below. That's something at least we'll like to remember and not forget. You know, some of these old traditions and cultures, with time we tend to you know, let that go into history, and we don't pass that on to the younger generations. Not that they have to practice it if they don't want to, but at least so that history is not forgotten. So I don't know exactly which parts go to who, but I know the head or the gizzard and some other parts, the heart, Some other parts go to specific members of the family. Of course, when it's cooked, it's dished out, you know, with those parts, and then the rest of the meats, part of the chicken, of course, is shared in your plate of food. So this head, I was going to throw it away, but actually I kind of like it because of the comb, because the comb is crunchy. So you know what, I'm going to leave it in the pepper soup for flavor. So I'm going to leave that part. We've broken down the neck. We now have our wings and thighs left. So with the wings, I have to get rid of, we still have some feathers attached, like pieces of, you know, feathers. So we have to clean that up so you don't have that in your food. So now, you see the wing? For pepper soup, you don't want to just throw it in like this, because you want bite-sized, small, you know, single-size chicken, but you don't want a huge chunk like this. So we're going to follow the natural connections of the chicken and break it up. So we have a joint. I don't know if you can see, guys, but let me use my finger. We have a joint here. We have another connecting joint here. So that's how we're going to break up this chicken. So we'll slice our way down this skin, hit the joint, and separate it that way. And as you're cutting, you keep breaking to get where the joint is attached. See? And we have that chicken wing area. So we've separated that. And we need to cut the wing tip off of this wing. You don't want to put the whole thing in there like this. So it's a matter of just presentation and making your food appealing. See, appealing to the eye, because people tend to eat with their nose and their eyes first before taste. So break it up that way. Where's the other piece of wing? I'm removing the bits of feathers that are still on the chicken. So again, oh, here's another feather. Okay, again, we follow the natural joints. Oh, I see more feathers. Okay, go down, and as we are going down, you separate so you get that joint. And sometimes you can hear it click. Yep, cut that off, and then the wing tip. That's the wing tip. Okay, now we're left with the leg and the thigh area. Again, you follow the natural joints. I'm cutting off the feet from the rest of the body. Then you see the nails. I need to cut that off. It's not appealing, at least in my opinion. Yep, I've cut them off, so look at how it looks. Nice and clean. So then this thigh, you're not going to put the whole chunk in there. I'm going to cut the natural joint area here. Turn it backwards so you can see the joints. And then you slice, and as you're slicing through, you check for the joint. Yep, so you see, guys, that's the drumstick. And then here's the thigh. Of course, with skin, we're leaving skin on. Then we do it to the second piece. Cut off the natural, at the natural joint. You see how I cut and then I break through? So that's what we want to cut through, right there. Okay, and then we cut the toe, the nails, toenails. Yep, so we're good with that one. And then here, natural joints. You turn it to the back, you slice through. Break through. Okay. Ooh, have some feathers here. Get rid of that. And then we have the breast. And then we have, this chicken is bony. Remember, like I said, it's bony. So it doesn't have, it has meat but not much meat. But it's so flavorful. So I've broken down the chicken. I'm just cleaning up little bits of feathers away. So now we're going to wash the chicken and start with our recipe. But that's how to break down your chicken for soups, pepper soups. If you want to have small bits of fried chicken, if you're frying to have chicken as a side, or if you want to bake, there are ways you cut it so they're not too tiny, because you know when you fry or when you fry chicken, it shrinks. So I mean, this is a very good way to break down your chicken, so you don't have meat looking all scattered and not visually appealing. So you break it down from their natural joints, the joints connecting the thighs to the hips. You break the two legs off that way. The same things to the wings, the armpit area. You break off the wings that way, and then you go from the butt. There's a hollow hole that goes into the stomach, or not stomach, but you know, the interior cavity of the chicken. That's where you follow through to separate the chicken. You separate the breast area from the back, and then you break off that way. So it's pretty easy to break off a chicken and separate them, separate the body parts. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions in the comment box below, and we'll continue with our recipe, guys. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like, put any of your questions in the comment box below, and let me know what you think. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you have suggestions. Let's keep interacting as we go along in the video. Don't forget to subscribe, guys.